So, good morning, Evil Len coming in your ears, and here's the latest instalment of the Honda VRX400 rebuild, episode 9. So what's happened since the last time you saw me? Quite a lot, really. Let's start with the engine. So the carburetor, you saw loose time last time. That's fully rebuilt, all new pipework, new rubbers, all put back together, cleaned a million times, so I hope that works. Choke cable, what am I on about? Choke cable put in position. Started to put all the airbox in position here. There's more here, but for now I'll just leave it at that. We've got the radiator on, so the radiator is in position, and all of the pipe work now is all done. So she's fully charged with coolant. Had a small leak from around the other side on the around the water pump, but that sorted that out. We've got the clutch cable in position. One clutch cable. We had the forks. The forks are done. So look at those gorgeous bad boys. So pitted forks, if you remember, did an absolutely superb job of polishing them up, re-chroming and grinding down. So I fully reassembled all of the internal components, put oil in them. Nice job that, I enjoyed doing that. But put it on with all the upper and lower fork. We've got a lot of the wiring loom coming on now. As you can see there, starting to build all of that up. And after that's in position now, got all the coils on the top. So a lot of the wiring and gubbins down this side here. So we've got the reg rack in position, all of the fuse box, relays and such like around here. We have a battery, loosely plonked in there for now, but we have a new battery because the other one was knackered. Upper fork tree all polished up. The clocks you saw last time are now installed and in position. New handlebars are in position. All the handlebar mounts are all polished up. Started to build up this whole front end a little bit here with all of the hand grips. So polished up and cleaned up and completely stripped this mechanism down because it was quite messy inside. Sorted all that out with all the indicator switch, got it all working, cleaned up all the contacts, got the new clutch lever on, so that's now working with the clutch, which is quite good. All wired up with the electrics as well. We've got what we're down here, so the other side of the carburetor, again the airbox just there, all the electrics are in position. New front sprocket on, gear change on, cleaned up. This is what takes all the time, just cleaning up stuff like this. Here you've got 1 foot peg, and obviously you've got the rubber bit, you've got the chrome bit, which was sent off to Derby Chroming. They did a superb job. You've got the actual the bracket and all of the rest of it, and just cleaning all of that up took forever. The starter motor is in position and works. I've had that spinning over gently a little bit. Working around the rear end, the passenger footrests are on. We have new rear dampers. So Hagon rear shocks. The originals were shot, and rather than going for the relatively cheap Honda ones, we've gone for Hagons, which should hopefully give us a little bit more performance, a little bit better quality damping on the rear. So they're looking quite shiny and lovely. The other thing that's looking shiny and lovely is the exhaust. As you can tell, no, actually yesterday I put this exhaust on. I was going to just loosely put it in position and see how it felt, but it was that much of a bit of a job. In the end, this is it, it's staying on, frankly. The covers will come off, the covers are just there temporarily, put them temporarily in position, just have a bit of a play yesterday. We've got the downpipes re-chromed. This is the new back box. This was the last one in the UK. There's not another one there, so that's all in position. Getting these holes and everything all lined up was a major pain in the Harris. The other passenger footrest, as you can tell there, also mounts the exhaust. So I had to get all these polished up, which is a ball ache of a job, before I could put the exhaust on. But they're in position. The other footrest, obviously the brake, dink, dink, dink. No, that's not connected up at the moment. It's connected to the actual the overflow reservoir there, the piston, the switch for the brake switch, which is what that just is there. You've got the switch for the brakes, tick, 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 and the rear, the actual pipe work itself. But I've not overhauled the rear caliper itself yet. Obviously, coolant overflow is in position and all nicely topped up to the upper mark. The bodywork has gone off to a place in Leicester to get sprayed. So that's the 2 side panels, the rear mudguard, front mudguard, and the tank itself. I'm going to leave it as a surprise as to what colour they're going to be. Have I gone original or have I gone for a different colour? You can only wait and find out. Also, the wheels have gone to Central Wheel in Coles Hill. And they were a pain in the Harris. Very odd shape, 48 spoke wheel. Now, if you remember, the rear wheel was absolutely shot. The rim was corroded and falling apart. So the front was reusable, but I had to get a new rear one from Japan. It cost me 50 quid for the wheel, and by the time you got all the shipping and the taxes and everything, it cost about 200 quid in total for the wheel. But that's got a good usable hub on it, which is actually better than my hub. My hub, when I cleaned it all up, it's a bit shot really. You can tell there it's a bit of a manky mess. So I've used the hub from Japan. I'm using the rim from Japan. I'm going to have them rebuilt, all with new spokes and new bearings and all the rest of it. Other stuff I've been doing, headlight brackets polished up, ready to go on. Working on the massive brake master cylinder. Now I must say, some of these aluminium components were quite badly corroded, and they've got some heavy pitting on them. And I've done my best with some of the polishing, but you can see sometime, if you're being very critical, you can see some pitting. It's all polished pitting now, it's all shiny, but it's, you know, it's not immaculate, but it's a bit of patina. I can live with that. You know, they're not utterly perfect, but they're pretty darn good, to be honest. So yeah, I can live with that. And I think that's more or less it. So yeah, just waiting hopefully about a month to get the wheels back, another 2 weeks to get the bodywork back. Should be very close actually to try and starting her up and see if she'll run. I think I'd rather do that when I've got her off the axle stands, because he's for having a nice vibrating twin. I don't trust this quite enough really, so I think I'll try and wait for the wheels to come back and get the side stand on, get her back on the floor before trying to start her up, just because I don't want it to fall over. So that means I need to sort out all of the rear wheel mounting stuff around here. There you go. So quite a lot of progress. It's taken a while to do this episode again, but she's looking, I think you would agree, very shiny, very nice, pretty darn good. So progress has been made. So until next time folks, see ya. Bye now.